Well, Ben and Jen, the governor's decision coming after a weekend where we saw a 3.4% positivity rate. Now, that number may look good compared to last week's COVID positivity rate when it stood at 6.1%. But the governor says this decision to go back to phase 2 is so we stay ahead of the curve.
We are putting in these restrictions on a statewide basis now to make sure we don't have to do more severe things later.
Here are the changes you need to know as Governor Lamont calls on a step back to a statewide Phase 2.1 plan. Restaurants will be reduced to 50% capacity with a maximum of 8 people limited to a table. Places like restaurants, movie theaters, and bowling alleys will be required to close by 9:30 p.m., excluding takeout services. Event venues will be limited to 25 people indoors and 50 people outdoors, while movie theaters will be capped at 100. Religious gatherings will be limited to 50% capacity or 100 people max, while personal services like hair salons and barbershops will remain at 75% capacity.
So everything we can do to limit the time we spend with people outside of our households will help us decrease infection.
One industry quickly speaking out following the decision, restaurant owners. The Connecticut Restaurant Association released a statement saying, in recent days, Governor Lamont has said the recent uptick in COVID cases is not being driven by restaurants, and we greatly appreciate that acknowledgement. We hope he and his administration will keep this fact in mind during the weeks and months ahead as we continue working with them to help local restaurants make it through this winter and through this pandemic. The decision forcing some to get creative, such as the owners of Millwright's restaurant in Simsbury building this greenhouse following government guidelines. State officials say they understand the negative impact this move can have on restaurants and are working with owners to create COVID-friendly outdoor dining experiences, especially when it comes to ensuring proper ventilation.
We continue to work with the Restaurant Association, and we're aligned in making sure that their restaurants and their customers operate safely. So we worked with Millwrights over the weekend, and we got comfortable with the greenhouses. What we're focused on is ventilation and new air coming into those vehicles and those structures.
Lamont also recommending residents stay home between the hours of 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. to help prevent community spread. And these new guidelines go into effect beginning Friday morning. Live outside the state capitol in Hartford tonight, Nia Maldonado, Fox 61 News.